Once called Carolina's Stadium, it now goes by Bank of America Stadium. Or more simply, the Vault, as we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Today, two NFC South teams set to tangle. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. We've got ourselves a fight in this one to get back above 500. Week 3 is underway. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Broke through the tackle. Sent out of bounds after a pickup of 6. 2nd and 4 coming up.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Penix working from the gun. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Intended for Drake London, and now it's 3rd and short.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Penix here from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. You couldn't do it.
At their own 37-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. Avoids the defender. We've got a foot race. Up to the races, middle of the field. And he has this down to the 14-yard line.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. This is Legent working the left side. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Xavier Legent with the touchdown. Well, Brock, we normally talk about complimentary football at some point every week. So how about the way they've begun this one, huh? Force the punt and then catch it in for 6 on their opening drive.
We do it every game?
It feels like it. Almost every game. Yeah.
You're right. Because that's what the NFL is about. We all know the margins are so small in this league, and the team that typically plays the complimentary ball is typically the team that wins.
This makes it up to the 25. about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time. Offensively, you've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks that it takes some superhuman effort now on 2nd down.
2nd and 15. Escapes out to the left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Penix facing a 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I think this is the part where they run away, Kate. As in run away from that monster. He's just too strong a presence. Try to block them inside, and that time, it cost him some yards.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Into the hands of Leggett. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
Good offenses. Kate, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after them.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Let's set up the screen. It's Hubbard. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to run it. This is Trevor Etienne. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Escapes the pocket. Cut near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work, but reset those chains.
And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second. They closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Hubbard. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Panthers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting pieces together.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Shotgun snap will get to Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing now on 1st down. Penix. It is Cup left side. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule. Makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 48. Mooney downfield, and he has it. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. From the shotgun, Penix completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Listen, everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot. You can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Here's another 4. And this time the defense rallies to him. He's stopped for a loss. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Our score, 14-0. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. Welcome back. Time for our 2nd quarter. The Falcons with a chance to score. Now Penix on 3rd and goal. Touchdown Atlanta! The Falcons make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Hubbard gets it to start the drive. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Tackled there by James Pierce.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
2nd and 8. Caught, nice gain left side. And no gain after the catch, but the gain's still out across midfield. There to the 45. That play good for 17 on a first down.
Well, bless his heart. Where some quarterbacks look off double coverage and check it down, this guy just attacks it head on. And why wouldn't he if he's capable of beating it for that kind of result?
Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And this run is going to push it inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Hubbard with a first and then some. To the house. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a 13-point lead. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown.
That's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards. But the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
That one right down the middle. And the Panthers double their lead to 14. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's Robinson. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackle made by J.C. Horn.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yard to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
On 2nd down, Robinson breaks the tackle, still going. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost. He busts those tackles.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
They're going play fake with Penix. Man downfield, and he finds London. He hangs on nicely through that hit. Nothing added to the catch, but they're down to the 28. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. To the air with Penix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. And again, it's Penix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Short pass brought in. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Again, Penix to the air. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Up the middle, Hubbard. And in his 6 yards to begin this one, we got 2nd and 4.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. From the 27. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Setting up a throw. Legette's got it. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down. Carolina in punt formation. And this will be his first effort of the contest. Looking to return from the 29. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Now we're going to have a stoppage after that return. Looks like somebody was shaken up on the play. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Play action. Here's Penix. Throwing the out route complete. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here's a counter give to Robinson. Pushing for the red zone. And he's finally taken down at the 16-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Kate, you know by now I'm not shy about referencing movies during the game, and that run, that was a picture-perfect script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with a twist, head the other way for a big run.
Cut near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. The Falcons at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. Robinson can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running backs because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
2nd and goal now, 5 yards more difficult following that penalty. Gets it again. Nice defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Only a yard on the pickup. That leaves him with 3rd and goal at the 6.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a 1-score game before halftime. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, and give to Hubbard. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
Okay, to run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
At the 43-yard line.
All right, we get Nick's the ground. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Pulled in by Tommy Trumbull. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he gets this forward to the 19. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try to field goal right now.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Goal to go. They're passing. Has it in close. He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers will add to their lead at the end of the half. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere. You start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Here's Agnew on the return. He's out of bounds on that return, Brock, as that takes us into the break. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Now to kick it away, here's Pinion. From his own end zone, here we go. And this drive will start inside the 25. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Hubbard trying this up the gut. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, it did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
You know, kid, the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
Set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Let's go. 65, 65.
Penix here from the gun. He's got a man left, and he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
He'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Going to the ground again on first. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Give them an even 10 yards on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
First down from the red zone. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. So it'll be second down.
It's now second and 10.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And all he can get is a yard here, bro. It's going to be third down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Let's go now.
Penix working from the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons start the second half with some needed points. Drake London with the touchdown. Two with the extra point. And the Falcons chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And maybe making some better judgment here as he takes a knee and accepts the touchback. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, first and 10. Here's Hubbard on the give. And they're going to stop it after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Let's set up the screen. It's Hubbard. All right, short on marker for the moment. They've got third and short coming up from their own 44.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 48.
They go play action on first. He puts a mare under it deep down the middle. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers take a 13-point lead.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan ththose safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single high or 2 high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Here's 2nd and 11. You look underneath here, Robinson. And how about this, Bronk? They gain 11 on 2nd down. Nice work to claw some back. They make it 3rd and short.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, it's difficult on the defense.
3rd down give to Robinson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
And the Falcon first down.
Throwing Penix. Now trying to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. Racing down the left side. And he is finally out of bounds as he takes it all the way down to the 20. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play as well as a new set of downs. That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's 1st down. From the red zone now. Zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons shrinking the lead some in the 3rd.
Okay, that is simply put, perfect play action right there. That action drew the eyes of those defenders, and he's able to throw that ball right over their heads.
And it's no good. Flirted too far from the right upright. They don't get the PAT. That lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And it looks like he's going to opt not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and keeps that defense honest.
Come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Caught quick right side. And he'll be brought down a step too shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here's a give to Hubbard. Takes out a one-stop. And he hits the lane for 9 into enemy territory.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. He rolls to his right. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. 3rd down run by Hubbard. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Slow man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
We're slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, and they go right back to it. Driving across the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one. The last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop. Because a broken tackle, it can mean a touchdown.
And nope, not chancing this one. Knee down for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This, our last play of the quarter. Throwing now on first down. Penix. And downfield, and he finds London. And he's going to be taken down, but plenty of damage already done. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's Algier on first down. Has a lane inside the 25. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Chooses to bring this one out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy. All that Drake, you got to chill.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Hubbard gets it to start the drive. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Now on 2nd and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
He'll get them enough for a first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
He throws a bullet deep to the right. They did it! He made the interception! Xavier Watts picks it. And the Falcons have some new life in the 4th.
That's just a bad decision, frankly. It really is a quarterback in this moment of the game. You got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Penix to throw again on second. He brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're rolling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. From the shotgun, Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
You never, ever, as an offense like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on fourth down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Down a score. They're going to go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. Gets this one to London. Left the offense out there on fourth down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 now from the 30. Robinson on the inside give. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. To the air with Penix. And the Panthers are there to bring him down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
The Panthers going with the dime. Third down. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. An extra corner into the game for the Panthers. Third down. Penix now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
So some defensive initiative in that goal to go block. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Well, you can scratch that one from the playbook, and you're not going to call it again if you can't impact the tackle. You just saw him sitting right there. He was ready for a feast, and he buried that draw before it could get started.
They put Mooney in motion right. Penix. Escapes, and they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons parlay the interception into points. Michael Penix Jr. the touchdown.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with their brains and their processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down. And he just put on a show.
Penix is going to throw for it. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete. Well, they took their shot at the tie, but they'll need to manufacture another score in the time remaining now as that two-point try is unsuccessful.
It becomes a little bit tougher to punch it in for two when that defense knows what's on the line, too. That's a spot where their hand was forced after the touchdown. They do their best to surprise them with the call. Easier said, Kate, than done.
At their own 22-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. That's caught by Hubbard. And they get to him a good ways downfield from that line of scrimmage.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Throwing now on 1st down. That's who is wide out. It's a screen. And they get this down to the 44 before he stops. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a run with Hubbard. He looks it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! More momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Panthers lead by only 2. First and 10, it's Hubbard. He's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They're going to pass it here. Dumped off to his running back. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
With that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Out the middle, Hubbard. He scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. The screen pass falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 3rd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
He'll look to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. Yes, the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers go up by 8 at the end. And like the game-winning extra point strikes true, and that should do it. Get a 2-score game now late. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Here's Agnew on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Big gain downfield. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here. Now the Panthers decide to spend their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Down a couple of scores. Those 2 timeouts they've got left are going to be crucial. Here's first down. Penix here from the gun. To the right side and reeled in by London. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
Well, that's a modest little drag route. But if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, it's a go-to route to target.
Here's 2nd and 5. Setting up the running back screen. And they get this down to the 28. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here.
First down, Atlanta.
Play action. Here's Penix. He's got London left side. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. To the line we go. They're set 1st and 10. And again, it's Penix. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted.
Penix's pass. Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. So the Panthers guard the vault and get the win at home. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep.